Hello everybody, it's Jacob from Wager Me This here. As you can see, I got $800 bankroll out there. This one, this is going to be a strategy video. I'm going to do a few of these. This is something I've been testing out. This is something I've been looking into. This is not a new concept. This is actually kind of an old concept. And what we're going to do is we're going to use an $80 bet in the field. Every time we win it, we're going to go to 160 across because the 80 will pay 80 and then we'll be able to have 160. If we hit the 2 or the 12, what we'll do is we'll still go 160. We'll just have an extra 80. So that's the idea behind this. We're going to repeat this process over and over and over. So 80 in the field will look like that. I chose $800 as the bankroll because it gives us 10 rolls, 10 shots at it, whatever you want to call it. All right, so here we go. The point doesn't really matter in this one, obviously. We're just throwing 80 in the field, trying to go to 160, so we'll just be working. And there's a 7, okay? Again, there's no real angle to this strategy besides that out of 10 rolls, you're hoping to get roughly the allotted amount, which is about 44%. Let's say between 4 and 5 out of 10 rolls. Replace our 80. If you get 4 of the 5 out of the 10 rolls to roll in the field, you get your shot at your 160 across. Hopefully you could make more than $80 off your 160. There's a 7 again. Well, if we just roll 10 sevens in a row, it'll be over quick. Drops another 80. And that's the idea behind this. It's a really simple concept. It's a farming the field concept. And there's an 8 that's also not a winner. So that's 3 non-winners in a row. It'd be nice to have our variance change a little here. But remember, the 5, 6, 7, and 8 roll 54% of the time versus 40, or 56% of the time versus 44 for the field. And there's a 7. So we've got 3 7s and 1 8 to start this video. We'll drop another 80. This would not be ideal if this is the way you were going to play your $800 starting out. And there's an 8. So we've got 3 7s and 2 8s. Let's change these chips. Maybe the chips are the problem. New 80. Can we have one field number? That would be interesting, just one. And we got a 6, that is not a field number. All right, so let's try this again. We might go through these 10 rolls and never have a field number. That'd be weird. I mean, and a 10, okay, there's field numbers. Okay, so there we go, we're gonna win 80. Way behind here, but now we're going to go 160. 160 looks like this. I don't know what the point's supposed to be. I actually think it's supposed to be an 8, but I'm not sure. So we're not going to worry about the point. We're just going to be on all the time. All right, so what I would do in this case, if you did make it to the 160, I would try to collect my first 3 hits. That way I got my $80 back. And then from there I would press. And we got a 3. Of course, we're going to have a bunch of field numbers in a row here now. Remember, we're just going to be always working here. There's a 4. I'm not going to worry about this dollar big, guys. I'm just going to collect the 50. Actually, you know what? We'll make it a place bet. That way, I don't have to worry about the big. We'll make it a place. We'll win 45. So if you get 2 4s and 2 10s, you'd have it right away. And there's a 5 for 35. It's going to win $35. So the 5 is going to win 35. Sorry guys, I know there's a little delay there. I had to pause the video. My dog puked all over. So $35. So that we won 45 and 35. So at this point we have 180. So I would keep track of that, guys. You know, where, you know, you're trying to make that $80 back from the field that you've reinvested out here into 160. And remember, you still had $80 in risk, even though your 80 went to 160. You actually just essentially power pressed it onto the box numbers. So here we go. We'll half press now. No, we won't. There's 7 out. So here we go. But at least we got that money back and didn't lose. Let's go 80 again. Looking for a field number. If you could have this happen for yourself 3-4 times in a row, you'd have quite the outcome. There's an 11. This time we'll actually mark the point. It kind of does matter. All right, so there's 160. You know, once we're on the box numbers, it matters then. All right, so there's our 11 winner. So at this point, you'd be 160 across for the price of 80, which isn't not a terrible thing, right? That's pretty good. 160 for only 80 bucks. If you could do that every roll, you'd probably be a winner most of the time. All right, we're coming out. Let's be off on the come out because I think that's kind of what most people do. All right, we got the 5, points 5, reduce. All right, now we're gonna try to collect until we have $80 in collections, then we'll press. See if it allows us to. There's a 6, 4, and a 10. 6, 4, 10. That's gonna win 45 again. I know you should buy it, but I'm not gonna worry about the white chips. $45. Rack it up. Here we go. And an 8, the hard way. 2 4s. All right, it's gonna win 35, so that's gonna be 80. From here on out, we're gonna half press. $35 winner. Here on out will be the half press. Oh, come here. See if we get any winners. And we got 1, 2, 3. That's not a winner for us. It's not a loser, but it's not a winner. 1, 2, 3. And an 8. There we go. 5, 3. $35 win. Half press in this case. Let's take our 4 up to 40. I'm just going to press. Start here and press across. One, 2, 3 again. I'm trying not to get them to go in that corner, but they keep going in that corner. Throw them over here. And there's a 6, 5, 1. All right, it's going to win 35. Again, we'll half press the 5 to 40. Still ended up over here. Hard 6. Okay, so the 6 and 8 are a little weird, especially if you don't want to deal with the white chips, which I don't. $35. I'm just going to press it 30. Mostly just because I don't want to get the white chips out, guys. In the casino, it's easier because they're controlling that part of it. Half press is a lot simpler. There's a hard 10. All right, so it's going to win 45. Again, we're going to press the 8 here. I'm going to press it 30. I know these right here is kind of what I'm saying doesn't make sense because if these win, that's going to pay white chips. But I didn't think about that ahead of time. And there's a 5, so here we go. That's exactly what I was talking about. All right, points made. That right there, $40, guys, pays 56. But it still only pays 1 white chip. We're going to half press the 9. All right, here we go. Box numbers are off. And we got a hard 10. 2 5s. Right over here. Again, we don't need a line bet here. This would be something you could play on any player. 46. It's going to win 70. We're going to press our 10. And I'm gonna make our 4 look like 50. Rack up all those reds. Here we go. There's a 12, that's not helping us here. That's also not going to help us when it jumps out of the table. But that is consistent with the casino. I know a lot of you guys play places that the table is ridiculous and it shoots dice out of it left and right. Some places I play are like that. 6-5, yo, that's not helping us here. Ooh, come here. But yeah, so we're all pressed up all the way across, so hopefully we get some winners. There's a 5-4-9. 5-4-9. That right there is going to win 70. 50 pays 70. There we go. Ooh, come here. Let's take that to 50. Take that to 90. Still racking up $30 here. We won 70. Half would be 35, so 30 is not a bad collect. Here we go. And a 4, all right. So 50 pays a 90 in this case. You should buy it, guys. I'm trying to stay away from messing with the white chips. 50 will pay 90. Press that to 90. And press that to 75. We'll just collect 35 here. Here we go. Pretty good little run here. And 46. That's going to win 105. Press our 10 to 75. So 4 to 75. We'll collect 55. So this is a good run. This is how it could work. This is one way it could work. The other way it could work is how we started, which was terrible. 415. That's $50 on there. It's going to pay 70. Take that to 75. Let's rack this 45 this time. Pretty good outlay out there. Pretty good looking group of boxes. There's aces. I believe that would be the small. And 4 deuce. 4 deuce 6er. Right there, it's going to win 105 again. So right now I'm looking at this and we are at 3 green chips all the way across the board. So whatever you want to press would be up to you, I guess, at this point. I'm going to go 120. We're going to take our 4 up to 100. Rack 50. Here we go. And a 7 out. Okay. But that was a great run. And that's the idea behind farming the field at this level, is that being able to go from the farm to the field to the 160 will oftentimes end up in a pretty profitable approach. Now, obviously, if you get multiple come out losers, in this case would be non-field numbers, that's going to hurt the strategy. You're losing 80 bucks a pop. But let's see where we're at right now. Got all these red chips. Getting better at that. Usually I only miss by 1 on that stack in the red. So we got right there, there's 600. So we're down a little bit. You know, we had such a bad run to start. I'm going to turn these right here, guys. These 2 stacks of red. I'm going to turn them into 2 sets of green there. All right. That way. So we're at 650-ish. All right, let's go to our 80 again. Remember, we only started with 800. So that was a pretty good run for us after we had that really terrible run where we essentially lost I don't know, probably half our bankroll or better. All right, so we're looking for a field number. And we got a 5. That is not a field number. All right, let's drop 80 again. Right there. Try again. And again, the idea behind this is you just need a couple of them out of the 10 tries to work. There's a 6. Because once you get to the 160, you're going to have a lot of options. You have a lot of ways to win. Here we go. They won't be one roll bets. Back-to-back 6s. Here we go again. This is the one negative of it, is that you can get on these runs of no fields, just like anything else in craps, and it can just blast you. And there's 3 6s in a row. I think all 4 deuces even. And this is the kind of thing that can definitely happen, guys. Is top 80 again. It's definitely not unusual. So I want to point that out. And any kind of field strategy, if the field is the biggest part of the strategy, it can definitely go bad for long stretches. 415. So right now we've had 5 losers in a row. All right, we just made all that money back, drop 80, and we had 5 losers in a row, which is not even unusual. It's not an unusual thing to happen. And a 6. So we've rolled all these 5s and 6s right here, but no fields. Oh, just need 80. All right, looks like we have 2 more shots at this. All right, let's go. And we got a 7. Okay, that's come out 7. All right, so let's drop. We have 100. Let's collect 20 back here. It's our last run. Can we get a field to keep playing? We did not. So right there, I think that was 8 or 9 non-fields in a row. So it's actually really good to see as well for this kind of play. All right, so episode 1 was a crash and burn of this. We're going to try it again. And again, this is a type of play that I'm fleshing out for a strategy. So here we go. We're going to get this, and this $80 to 160 didn't work this time. That's fine. We're going to try it again. And I may manipulate it just a little bit. What I might do is I might decide to use it like an iron cross, but with just a small bet on the 5, 6, and 8, just to somewhat minimize about half of the risk on the field. And that might be the step I take. I'm not sure. That obviously adds risk to the 7. But I don't know. We'll try it again at this and see if we just had a bad run here. Because there was definitely a lot of non-fields in this video. A whole bunch of non-fields when we were on the field. Which, guys, again, I'm going to reiterate this. That's not unusual. That happens, and it happens quite a bit. Just like there's times where runs of fields happen where there's 6 or 7 fields in a row. They both happen, it's roughly half the combination. So the other half are going to come, just as much as the field, if not, it's actually just a little bit more. So not unusual run of dice here. Just an unfortunate one. And so we're going to try this again. We're going to run it again, $800, $80 field to go to 160. We're going to try it again. This episode was a crash and burn. This is episode 1. It was a wipeout. So thank you guys for watching. Try it again.